What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video from the 10-7 MMA channel. Trying to get this zoom just right. And today's video comes on the heels of an announcement from Tom Aspinall. This is an article in Forbes magazine. I don't know why there's all these weird pop-ups and all this nonsense. It's so annoying. This is supposed to be a professional website. Anyways, I digress. From Tom Aspinall saying, today is the day. Today is the day where he's going to find out definitively what is going on between him and Jon Jones. Is this fight happening? Is it not? So here in this article, he's talking about finally understanding what's actually happening. But this video is not really about that. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about what Jon Jones is up to right now. And maybe I'll make a prediction as to whether I think this fight is going to happen or not. Spoiler alert, I don't think it's happening. But it's not even about that. I want to talk about today why I am just no longer excited about this fight. And I'm very curious to know if other fans share this sentiment. It's one of those things where you can dangle a carrot in front of somebody or in front of a horse or for whatever the expression is for so long until it's just like, okay, I'm obviously we're not getting it, or I'm just so annoyed and frustrated with the dangling of this carrot that I've finally given up and I've moved on to something else. And I'm at that point right now. And I'm curious to know if other people are as well. I heard Ariel Helwani say on a show earlier today, or maybe it was on Friday, that the fight that is most anticipated is Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And it's not for me anymore. And I want to know if other fans feel the same way. And there's a number of reasons why I feel like this, but there was a period of time where it felt really exciting because it legitimately felt like, based on the narrative. Without the narrative, it wouldn't have been as exciting to me at all. I don't care what anybody says. As amazing as Tom Aspinall is, he doesn't have the accolades to me that make it so critical and important right now to see him face off against Jon Jones. This is my personal opinion. I feel like Jon Jones has done way more than enough in his career to prove himself time and time and again to establish his legacy. So that's my opinion as watching Jon Jones for such a long time. I don't care. It was never that important to me. Now, if he wanted to take the fight and he's going to get a big payday, and after all this narrative drummed up, all this interest from other folks, yes, did it get me excited? Yes, it did. And I thought it would have been cool, and I thought it would have been an amazing cap to the end of the story. But as it stands right now, where it's been dragged on for this long, it could have been the main event at International Fight Week. That would have been amazing. There could have been another time, maybe later in the year, that it could have been announced. But now we come to this point in the year, and still nothing has been announced. And it seems like it's not going to be announced even for a long time, if ever. I'm over it. It's not that exciting to me. And there's so many other fights. I mean, the fact that Ariel Helwani, I feel like he only says a lot of these things. I hate to say, and I'm a fan of Ariel, by the way. I am a fan. But there's certain times when I just don't know where he's coming up with the things that he says. And I have to believe there's some inherent bias. I'm sorry if you get upset about me mentioning bias because you're a journalist, I guess. But it doesn't make sense without some sort of biases included in that equation when you're that close with Tom Aspinall. I think that's why you want to see this fight so badly. And that's not a bad thing. You're close with him. You're a fan of his. So you want to see this fight really badly. And not to say that I'm not a fan of Tom Aspinall, but I'm not such a super fan, or I don't have such a great relationship with him where it's clouding my judgment or clouding my perception of that fight. I'll make another example. I am the biggest fan in the world of Khamzat Chimaev. So obviously that clouds my judgment there. And that to me is by far the most exciting fight on the planet. We're going to go through a number of other fights that I think are way more exciting and interesting than this fight, just to show you why I just don't care. And I don't want to, I'm bored of it. I'm bored of this news. But anyways, let's come back to what's going on. All right. So now we're starting off with what Tom Aspinall said. So he says he's nearing his breaking point when it comes to waiting for a title unification bout. I'm past the breaking point. I'm over with this. So he says, I'm well bored of it. I've had enough. Same with me. Either we need to fight or I need to move on and do something else. And like I said, I'm going to find out literally today is the day. I believe this is published absolutely exactly today, May 12th. Today is the day. And I've been waiting 3-4 months and I'm going to find out today what is going on. Now, Tom Aspinall, according to the history books, is now the longest serving interim UFC champion, which I'm sure is not a record that he's happy to hold. So I think now we get to this point, November 2023, he got the interim title. Jon Jones beat Stipe in, again, about a year later, November 2024. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but let's do something. Let's make an announcement. And I still would be excited if at least they could announce something, or if it at least seemed like something is about to happen. I'm going to show you why I don't think anything is in the works, and I think we're just being toyed with. And even if it doesn't happen, fine. I'll obviously watch it and I'll tune in. But at this current moment, I'm bored. I'm over it. And it's not that exciting. And there's many more things to be excited about. So why do I think this is probably not happening or not happening anywhere in the near term? Well, we come across this recent announcement from Jon Jones. This is insane. Look at this. I don't know. This is super weird. Jon Jones is in Thailand and he's now coaching a team for Alpha Reality MMA alongside Nate Diaz. So it's kind of like an Ultimate Fighter type show, I guess, based in Thailand. And it says the Russian equivalent of the Ultimate Fighter. Jon Jones pulled another swerve when it was revealed that heavyweight champ would train a team on this Alpha Reality show MMA opposite Nate Diaz. They're going to spend the next month in Thailand filming the show. Could it be possible that he's also simultaneously training for Tom Aspinall? I don't think so. And Jon Jones should do what he wants. I'm not necessarily even blaming Jon Jones like so many other people that have just grown. They basically put all the blame on Jon Jones. I don't. I am just saying, look, at this point, to me, in my opinion, let's vacate the title. Let's force him to vacate, strip him, and give the title to Tom Aspinall and let Tom Aspinall move on. Let's have some banger fights in the heavyweight division. I know people aren't chomping at the bit to see Tom Aspinall fight Cyril Gane, but I'd like to see it. I think that's an interesting fight. I'd like to see Tom Aspinall just take on some other newcomers. I think fans will rejoice at Tom Aspinall being heavyweight. And that doesn't mean this fight has to go away. Then let Jon Jones do his thing. And if he decides later at a later time to come and fight Tom Aspinall, it's still a massive fight. I don't think it really matters. So to me, the dangling carrot has got to go. The saga has got to end. Just vacate. Let's be done with it, because I think fans are getting aggravated like me with this back and forth. And I don't even put, as I mentioned, the full blame on Jon Jones. UFC, please strip him. Let's go. And if they want to fight down the line, let's do it. But this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, what is this? What is this post? I don't even want to hit play. I don't even know what's going on. And yeah, they've started this coaching thing. So let's move forward. Now we come to the last point of this video. What, in response to Ariel Helwani's statement that this is the most anticipated fight of the year, I so disagree with this, especially at this point. I'm over it. I'm fed up. I'm tired. Sorry, Tom Aspinall, not interested. I'd rather see you fight somebody else at this point. Just get in there and fight. I think Tom Aspinall would agree with me. Let me name multiple fights that I'm 10,000 times, a bit of an exaggeration, but way more excited to see than this fight that is boring me out of my mind at this point. Number one, Khamzat Chimaev versus DDP. Obviously, this fight is massive. This fight is happening within the next 4 months, according to DDP. So I'm thinking August is when it goes down. Let's go. Real DDP, who is undefeated in the UFC. Khamzat Chimaev, who is undefeated, period. The two are finally going to collide. This is going to be incredible. Unbelievable. Let's go. Clash of Titans. Number two, not in any particular order. Well, maybe in a particular order. That's the fight that I want to see the most. Number two, we've got Islam Makhachev now moving up, and he's going to fight JDM. This fight is so exciting to see if Islam can take on JDM, which Justin James, my co-host earlier today, was saying JDM, he might favor JDM in this fight because of what he did to Bilal. That is super exciting. That is a massive challenge, a way bigger challenge than any challenge I think he would face in the lightweight division. Absolutely incredible. Number three, I wasn't that excited to see Ilya versus Islam, but I'm very excited to see Ilya take on Oliveira. Another interesting battle, moving pieces. Let's see him come up and take that challenge. There's all these other incredible, not as big fights you could say because they're not championship fights, but what about Robert Whittaker versus RDR? I'm actually more excited to see that than even hear a word about Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones right now. RDR ranked number 13th. Robert Whittaker, a true legend, taking on ranked number 13th to see what he's got, to see what he can do, and see if he can make a name for himself in this division and keep climbing the ranks. Because RDR is very excited. Let's see. Is there anything else that's massive? I mean, I'm actually pretty excited to see Strickland versus Adesanya. That rematch, that's a big one. So I think there's so many other things that are Kayla Harrison versus Juliana Pena. That's a big one. Many other fights. Look, I'm just over it. And I want to know if you guys feel the same way. Let me know in the comments if you do. And that's it. Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall, that's yesterday's news. Enough is enough. Let's bring on with all these other amazing fights and potential fight announcements that will be coming out very shortly. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.